Hey guys, it's Wednesday, April 8th, and I'm going to be doing a lot of hands-on stuff in this vlog. So now that most of the Froggy collection is designed, not all of it, but most of it, I want to get back to working on the dining room, mainly painting it, which is going to be a huge job, especially because I want to paint a little further than the dining room as well. So I have my paint roller head replacements. I've got some new tape, and one of these days this week sometime I'm gonna go get the paint in person, but I want to prep the area first, like tape it all off. So today I might start the taping if I have time. I'm not sure. What I want to focus on before that is this. So I have two new desks that I'm putting in here. That's right, I'm fitting more furniture in here somehow, although it's to replace existing furniture. So it's just a regular boxy looking desk like that. One of them is gonna go here because this folding table was a temporary setup, and that's our personal folding table that we use for when you need a folding table. But the business stole it, so I'm gonna give it back. And we also have this folding table, which also folds in half. Haha. That's also just our personal table, and so I'm replacing both of these with desks. And also I want to tackle this area here. Everything from like here down has to move. And that's going to involve taking down these pegboards because they're screwed into the shelf. Take them down so I can unscrew these. I'm guessing that these I can just unscrew. Like, I just have to move the books to reach those screws. But these screws I can't access because of this metal bracket. And the idea is that this side table thing moves over here underneath the new desk. And then these plastic things need to find a home. And, oh, also, I think I'm gonna have to move this shelf, potentially. And why do I need to move that stuff? Because we're putting a new device in that spot. And this device is being delivered today. I'm not gonna unpack it today, but I just wanna prep the area. It'll get delivered to the garage and it can live in there for the next few days. And that device is a DTF printer. A small one, not like a big commercial size one. Although I say small loosely, it's still huge. Like the base alone will fill the width of that shelf. And then the printer sits on top of the base, which will be wider than the shelf. But I want it to go right here. And I'm hoping it fits there. It's not going to be able to sit flush against the back because there's the roll of film in the back and whatnot. So I'm hoping it works out. I at least need to prep the area to see if it'll work. And then there's a like an air purifier filter kind of thing. And that's what I'm hoping can tuck behind where those white shelves are. So I want to start by building the new tables, and then we'll start rearranging things and prepping that area. And so far today, I moved some things around in the garage, like sliding bikes over, and then moved my car to be right up against the bikes to have a big open space for the delivery, because it's going to be a big pallet for the printer. And also swept the floor, just clear out some of the dirt and rocks and stuff to have a cleaner spot to set it. And then I ordered a bunch of prints for the next shop update. I mean, I plan to release the prints earlier than the shop update, but I ordered a lot, like maybe 15 or so different designs. So it took me like an hour to upload each thing one by one to Vistaprint and go through like all the settings. It's a whole process for each print, but I got that done. I was supposed to do that yesterday, and I started, and I set up the Froggy Chaos print, saved off the file, and went to Vistaprint, but then I got distracted by the vlog edit and forgot to go back and upload everything. But you know what? It works out because another sale started today, because you know Vistaprint's always running sales. I think there was no sale yesterday, but there is one today. So that saves me 30%. Although I do have a go-to coupon code I use when there's no sale, which is Save More CA, like CA for Canada. I'm assuming in the US the code is just Save More, or maybe it's Save More US, I don't know. But in Canada I always try Save More CA. Although the discount on that one caps at a certain amount, so I like break up my order into multiple smaller orders to get the discount multiple times. But anyway, the discount today was just a flat 30% off, so I just placed a mega order. And now let's build tables while we wait for the printer delivery. These should be pretty straightforward to build. Just wrangling the packaging will be the hardest job. That's a nice tabletop color. It looked a little paler in the photos, and I was like, oh, I wish it was slightly darker. It is darker. So it's really just 5 pieces. Very simple. They want you to build the frame and then set the top on top. I thought we'd screw pieces to the top. Okay. I mean, it just seems easier to build it upside down. I'm going to ignore the instructions and see if it works. See, and then I'll just flip this whole thing upside down. Instead of trying to screw everything in underneath the desk, like it's easier to screw it in this way. And that's it. That was so fast. Woo. Simple, but cute and effective. Yes. Kind of matches this one. Although this one was supposed to have white legs, but they were out of white legs. And that'll do the trick. And I like the perfectly right angles underneath so I can have maximum storage. Because the folding table has these bars going at an angle that block me from putting tall stuff underneath. Ah, mitosis. That second one took me a whole 5 minutes to make tops, including unboxing it. It was so fast. Now let's put the first table in its place. Okay, let's get this thing moved into place. Fits perfectly, of course, because I measured. Midna, were you getting a little show? She was chilling up there. You coming down now? You coming to check everything out? Hey. You kicking off my notepads? Look at this. Ooh. Very nice. I'm gonna take everything off of the surface of this so I can tuck it underneath. The sad part is we're technically losing storage because like this stuff that's sitting on top is gonna have to find a new home. the one thing I did not measure. I knew it would be close. I mean, if I just lift the table then slide this under, it would just about fit. Although the table might be levitating slightly. Like the table might be resting on this. I'm just trying to decide if that's where I truly want that, because there is a second spot I was eyeing up. Again, I'm gonna have to measure, but this spot right here, I keep my washi because it's very badly organized and there's so much wasted vertical space. It's tough with shelves that deep. Like the sideways shelves, I can access both sides, but when it's against the wall, it's just so unnecessarily deep. So I end up putting the stuff I don't really need to access behind other things. Like up there I have some Sassy Santa bags, and then behind these little drawers I've got some diamond painting stuff. And then this works out having this big long bin here. Woohoo! So if I put that drawer system here, it would waste a bit of space at the back, but it could work. And then still have room to put stuff beside it. And another potential spot for it would be underneath this table because it's taller. And then these shelves move over there, or move here, and these bins move back there. I'm taking a break for lunch. I've got one of my veggie mixes. I added some hoisin sauce to it and salt and pepper. And then I got the egg on top, some bacon on the side. Oh my goodness. Oop, spooked her by kicking the chair. What's going on out here? Is it a nice day, Midna? Oh yeah. Kiki was out there, but she came back inside. Don't you want more fresh air, Kiki? Oh, there she goes. Yeah, this thing is like the exact height of my other tables. I do like the idea of the B grade bins moving, because then it'll feel a little more finished and polished looking over here. And then bins over there. Trying to lift this a little bit so I'm not scraping the floor. So these white tables, I could lift the legs a little bit because they do have little twisty things on the feet. So if I want like an extra couple millimeters, I could do that. I'll have to do it on both tables so that their height matches, because that way the white drawers do stay closer to the art station. I've got things like my art papers and my light box, those kinds of things I like keeping close to the art station. You guys, the delivery's here. Look at this. Yeah, it's one pallet, but it's a huge pallet. It's kind of two pallets. It's like a little mini one stacked on a big one. Wow. Wow, wow. I mean, Christian did offer to tackle it, but I do want to film some of the unboxing, so we'll save that for another day. Plus, I have the basement all torn up, so I don't have a spot for it right now. And backing the car in is going to be a struggle. It's a little tight. It's even tighter on the other side next to the bikes. See? Do the wood colors clash too much like this? Because like this does not match this quite, but it would be less noticeable if they weren't right next to each other. Yeah, that looks better. It's a bit of a shame we don't have any usable space up top, because there was a little bit of space on the white one there. But this just looks better. And yes, I could have raised the new table back there a little bit. It doesn't have built-in little screw feet, but I could, you know, attach felt pads to the bottom to raise it up. But I do like the idea of it being over here instead of the B-grade stuff and the other product storage. It just looks cleaner. Now this could live beside the photography tent because it's kind of just unused space. I do use a bit of the front space for props and things while I'm setting up the pictures, but there's also just so much spare room inside the tent for rogue props. So I just need the front to stay open, really. So the laser could live back there. Now let's do this one. Okay, I'm liking that. It's adding a bit of warmth compared to just the pure white that it was before. And looks better than the folding table. Even just having this here adds some nice color. Yes, we've got whites and browns for the furniture. Okay, I'm gonna do the pegboard next. I'm wondering if I can keep this here, but just move it up one hole maybe. Because, you know, we do have quite a bit of space here. And then this one I'll fully remove. And these. There's some framed art on the floor. That I plan to hang in the stairwell, but I want to repaint the stairwell. So this has just been sitting till I can get to painting more of the house. Oh, see, I also have some cardboard, like chipboard type stuff underneath these screws just to hold this whole thing up a bit because there was a slight crack showing between pegboards, so it was a lot of finagling to get it like this, and so I'm kind of mad that I'm removing it. But like the other pegboard also still has these here, and I just left them because it would be such a hassle to remove them. I used these as bookends because I used to have my art books sitting on here, and now I've moved them. But something like this that is not using the far hole, I can move it without taking the pegboard down. And now I can unscrew the stuff off his board. What's a shame though is there's going to be nothing on this board. I guess once we have the printer in place, I can see how high everything is and adjust accordingly. Okay, the pieces are off. It's mounted again, and this shelf is moved up one spot. You can see where the shelves were. Like there's discoloration on the wood. But it's odd that it's lighter. You'd think it would be like the rest of it would be sun bleached and then this would be darker. But I guess not. And by the way, these pegboards are from IKEA, but it was a limited time thing. So I don't know if they ever brought these back or not. Because even the ones I got were like the last they had in stock. Because I was going to maybe get one more for the bottom, but I couldn't get more of these pegboards. Plus I wasn't sure if I wanted to put some on this end cap. But I just ended up putting those, these here instead. Just block off the bottom. So next I need to move this to make room for the air purifier. I want to measure though to see if I can just scoot this down instead of fully moving it. I'm not opposed to moving it, but I just want to see. The purifier is over 19 inches long. That's quite a big chunk of this space. So I think I will move it. Honestly, this cubby here could almost go top shelf. It might be a little hard to reach some things, but this is not stuff I'm reaching for all the time. It's like my big label stickers and then stamping supplies and some other crafty things, my laminator. That's heavier than I thought it was gonna be. Oh my god, that's not gonna fit. It's too tall. Well, you know what? It would fit if I angle it. I'm gonna have to take everything off the shelf though. This thing is way more solid than the other ones I have that are a similar shoe shelf style. Okay. So I need to angle the top in first to get over that lip, but I don't know if I'll be able to straighten it out or not. Like, there's enough height in there, but considering I have to angle it, is it possible? Oh, I got it with Christian's help. So yeah, he put the shelf in while I was here on the ladder, lifting the green roof part of it. So it fits. Slowly but surely, these shelves are getting more efficient with their space usage. Moana's been living in the darkness. Maybe it's time to pull her out. It's hard to pull stuff out of this book organization because it always falls. Like, things fall out as I'm pulling other things out. So I'm doing a little reorg. I'm moving some things here, and I'm not sure what I'm doing with the rest, but I'll give you an update when I know. Oh, hi, Tiki. I don't know if I ever scanned this. This would be a cute thank you card art design for the shop during Halloween. Look at the tummy on this one. We're making some progress over here. This whole area is looking so good, just so full. And look at the books. I raised them up on these shelves, kind of like how they were in the other spot, but I turned the shelves so they're deeper, so stuff's not gonna fall off the back end. And I can display some knickknacks under here. And I put a couple things up there. Now over here, we're not making as good of use as of the vertical space as before, because that was why I had these here with everything on top, is it uses the vertical space. But I need something to prevent everything from falling over, like some good heavy duty bookends or something. So what I did for now anyway, is I've got the big scrapbook size stuff here with a shelf to hold them up. And then over here, I have an upside down shelf just so nothing falls over. It's acting as a bookend. My current project is I'm wiping out bins, and I'm gonna be filling them with washi. And I wanna see how much of the washi under here I can empty into those bins. Because this sketchbook shelf here, I learned that I don't wanna fully fill it with sketchbooks because the shelf will bow a bit if I load it up, and it makes me nervous. So instead, I can just keep sketchbooks at the back, like maybe 2 rows of each, and then put a bin in the front, and they can all be lined up, like a bunch of bins lined up across the front, and those can contain washi, enamel pins, whatever. But I won't stack them. They'll stay just one bin high, so I can still reach and grab the sketchbooks behind. So this is turning into a much bigger job than I thought it would be. I'm doing a complete reorg. What are you doing up there? Don't knock anything down. I want a before shot of this thing too. This is my trusty trunk that has a bunch of bottles and containers of stuff in it, and glue, spray paints, what have you. And it's been quite nice, but I just feel like it takes up so much vertical space with the lid. And I could take the lid off, which I might. I'll lose the little shelf I have at the back, but it would be worth it. Because yeah, again, wasted space. So I need to figure out some other storage for this. I just don't have any kind of shelf for it that's tall enough for the cans. Maybe instead of taking this one apart, we just use a different container. Okay, here's what I did. So these clear cases, they're from Disney Dolls. They were all shoved behind here. I pulled them out, stacked them this way, and put these in there, I guess. So these pin bins were down here, but it'd be nice to have space for more sticker sheets and more prints, especially since I ordered that big print restock today. I need some space for those because not all of them are going to fit in the print organizers over there. And there's a bit of a gap in the middle, so I have a couple of the things that were in that trunk. And then Everything else is up here. And I picked the half of the container that had this compartment, so I could put all the small stuff here and then the bigger stuff in the back. I don't know why this is here. I think it's just cute, I guess. It was in the box. It's empty. It's a cute bottle. If I removed the labels, it would be a cute prop bottle, honestly. Like for product photography or something. Put my own little label on it, make it look like a potion bottle or something. And now I gotta get back to the washi. Before we left for Easter weekend, I unplugged a bunch of stuff, and that included my camera battery charging dock, because I don't want to leave these lithium-ion batteries charging while I'm away. And I forgot to plug it back in, so when I would put batteries into the charger, they weren't actually charging. This battery's at 8%, the other one's at 0, so I gotta be quick. But yeah, it's now Thursday. Oh my god, I gotta get the vlog uploading, because I'm posting them on Thursdays now. I worked on the basement right up until bedtime, and it's looking so good. So this was way bigger of an overhaul than I thought I was gonna do. I thought I would build the tables and just rearrange a couple things, but I ended up rearranging so much of the shelving space, but it was so worth it. This is feeling so empty without anything sitting here. It just feels wrong. But starting over here, that's how this area is looking now. I put that garland there because I just didn't know where to put it. It was in that trunk of cans and glues and things. So yeah, I just laid it across there. Why not? Makes this area feel a little cute. What I should do is hang a couple things here. Maybe a couple of those framed Disney pieces. Just add some color. So here's the washi sitting in front of the books. There's empty space because like I haven't refilled the books. And I also have these sitting here. But that's okay. Washi, we have a lot of the stationery colorful. So I've got a triple stack back there, and then we have them laid out in front. And then the rest of them are down here, and that should leave enough room for the air purifier. And I started bringing down some of my coloring books because they're still sitting on the dining room table. I figured they can just live over here for now. And then down here, I've moved some of the pencil pouches to the other side because I just didn't want this area to be empty at the bottom because everything else was looking so full and gorgeous. Look at this area. Oh my goodness. Like, ooh, okay. It makes you want to just grab stuff and make crafts. So you saw some of this already. We moved the shelf up here. I moved this label rolls so I can put more buckets of things in there because I might move some of my craft supplies out of these drawers. I'm undecided. And then these mannequins are moved here because they were previously way up top, and like I'm never gonna grab them if they're way up there. Moana's here now. We got some brushes on top. These books are here up on the shelf with some knickknacks down below. And then moving this way. These were in a drawer, which is why they're out now. They might move upstairs with the rest of our DVDs. I'm unsure. But yeah, I reconfigured these books a little bit since you last saw. I figured this would be a good bookend, and it's nice and heavy. So now the books are up top, and we are using more of the vertical space. Ooh. And then down here, I moved these books here because they were previously up there. And this is where this thing's living now. And I built these little shelves out because they were just sitting collapsed at the back. But I didn't end up really needing them. I put the lean pix cut there and the paper. And for now, that's all that's on there. But I could add more stuff if needed. I refilled the Crank. And yeah, you saw this already. But I added the gesso tub to there. And that's how it's all looking down there. These are sitting next to the shelf. That was the perfect spot for them. It's a perfect fit. And then the trunk is empty. I don't know what I'm doing with it, so it's just chilling there for now. And then yeah, a bunch of the pencil pouches here. And then that box of blanks that was already down there but propped up. I just laid it down so I could fit that bin on top. The packing tape was moved over here along with those sticker rolls. Yeah, so it's looking very full. Very nice. Down here, I moved some craft supplies out of the bottom drawer and put all the accessories for the laser in there and like the engravable materials. And over here, we have that end table with the Cricut on it. Woohoo! what I did after the tour was we did end up bringing the printer inside the house because the car was just so trapped. Like, it was so close to the car that if we left and then tried to reverse back in, it would be extremely difficult, especially since right now we can't really use our backup camera because our screen is messed up in the car. So the camera works, but you can't see the camera feed. I was like, for a tight reverse like that, I would want the camera. So I just figured, let's get it out now. Plus, another reason is Christian woke up sick this morning. He's starting to get a cold, and I figured let's deal with this before the cold gets worse. Like, do while he's feeling a little better. And he also wanted to go out to get some meds, so we need to leave with the car. And I wanted to go out and buy paint, which would also require the car. So I was like, let's just get this thing indoors. It's not fully unboxed, but it's inside. The shaker oven is unboxed. You'll have to wait for a future video to see that. And man, that thing was heavy. The oven. Oh my God. We almost couldn't get it in. It was a struggle to get it in the house, let me tell you. Like, it's on wheels, but we can't just wheel it down the stairs or wheel it down the side of the house because the side of the house is gravel. But we did it. We did it. And then I handled some accounting stuff because my accountants are going to do our taxes for the year, like the personal taxes, because they have already done the business taxes. And replying to some comments because the vlog went up on a Thursday. Woo! I just wanted to move it so it's not the same day as the live stream. And I've been debating doing that for a long time. But then I made a realization that Thursday's probably better than Friday anyway because it's further from the weekend and views are never good on weekends because people are busy. So I was like, you know what? Thursday kind of works better. And then if people still want to watch it on Friday, they can watch it on Friday because I'm posting it a day early, not a day late. And I typically wrap up the vlog on Tuesday, like have it fully edited and everything. So posting on Thursday, not a problem for me. Now, since I spent so long reorganizing yesterday, I didn't get to any taping in the dining room. So that's what I want to do today. And I was going to go out and also get the paint today because I thought it would already be taped and I could start, like, do coat 1 today. But because I haven't taped it all, I'm not going to bother with the paint yet. There's just too much else to do today. Like, we spent a while unpacking the palette, bringing all the printer stuff in, and I still have to pack orders today and tape. So by the time I'm done all that, there's not really going to be time to start painting. The question is, though, how far out to bring the paint? Like, how many rooms are going to get painted, but am I going to use the same color for everywhere? I doubt it, but like some of the yellow paint, it's a very pale yellow. I want it to come out into the kitchen a bit. So it's more than just the dining room being painted. But then in terms of like going towards the bathroom, how far into the hallway am I going there? And then there's like the boot room, mud room kind of area. The bathroom for sure is going to get painted, but I want it like a more intense color because there's zebra stripes in the bathroom right now. I need to sand it down because the stripes are textured and then I can paint over it. So the bathroom's going to be a bit of a job. And so we're not focusing on that right now. But when I'm taping today, I can plan how far out I'm going for now. My order counter is going off. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm getting a lot of orders this morning, and I think it's because I posted those bundles, the office bundles that I prepared last week, because there were a few orders that came in over the last week for those, but I never announced them anywhere. I didn't send an email, didn't post to socials. So there were 3 people who just came across it on their own and purchased it. But now today's vlog is the official announcement that I have these bundles. So I'm assuming that's what most of the orders are. So I'm going to start packing orders now, and then I'm going to go tape for a while. And then I might do a second round of order packing simply because there are so many coming in today. And the mail pickup won't be till after 4 p.m. So I want to get as many of those packed as I can. Oh yeah, the orders have flooded in. Some might have holds, but right now I have 24 orders with no holds, and they're still coming in every few minutes, so. Some I won't be able to pack right away if they have an apparel item. Christian already checked all the orders this morning and made the stuff he needed to make, but he is going to come back in the afternoon to do like a second check and make more stuff, so we should still be able to get everything out today. This is different though, like, it's so weird having the vlog go up on the Thursday, which is the day I'm packing orders, because usually the vlog goes up Friday and then I don't pack those orders till Monday. So I get like a lot of orders over the weekend for my Monday pickup, and then I only have like a few come in for my Thursday pickup usually. So usually the Thursday pickup's pretty small. Might even out the size of my pickups a bit, which would be nice. I feel bad if I make the mail guy come and I only have like 2 or 3 things to give up. But they don't care. I feel bad for no reason, you know? Okay, some of these were from before the vlog went up. Shannon is getting a couple sketchbooks. Lunamop Blank Cream and Strawberry Blank Cream. Lisa's getting a couple mouse pads and a couple shirts. Ew, I never printed off a new barcode for Bakery mouse pad. It has a new SKU, but that's correct. And then stationery colorful and a couple long sleeve Froggy shirts. Now with Christian having gotten sick, it's not that big of a surprise because my mom and stepdad were sick. And my mom was freshly sick, like in the contagious stage. So my first thought was, oh, please no, because I was just sick for so long. Like, I don't want another cold. But I thought maybe it's the same virus, like same strain that I had. Maybe I won't catch it. And so far I am fine, but Christian did catch it. So there's a chance I could catch it from him. I'm just hoping I have lasting immunity from the cold I just had. Okay, I think that's too big. Well. Oh yeah, that'll be fine. Oh, these long sleeve shirts are thick when they're folded. Try to shove in a sprinkle of crinkle. You can see I switched back to the tulip tape because I realized I still had some. So the stationery tape is on hold. Ooh, I should make a Froggy tape. Because the stationery is my new default tape for just year round. But I still want to do some seasonal ones, you know. Froggy's not really seasonal, but it would go along with the Froggy collection. And maybe I could get some green crink. Mix pink and green crink. That'd be cute. Or green and yellow. Like, just swap out one of these colors for green. Lately, Christian's been stitching out all the zips because there's only one possible embroidery option for each blank. And so, to save work for the Froggy collection, I had him pre-stitch all of these out. That way there's less embroidery and heat pressing for him to do during the shop updates so he can help me pack orders because it's a big collection drop. There will be a lot of orders. And he just finished up the embroidery yesterday. Celine is getting an office bundle. They were one of the people who found it before the vlog went up. So the big bundle, which is this, plus this, because then there's also the mini bundle, which is just 3 items. But the full-size bundle has 5 items. Desk mat, planner pad, mouse pad, notepad, notebook. Then the mini has mouse pad, notepad, notebook. Pad, book, note. Forgot to scan the barcode, which is on this side because I had the rack the other way before, but now that I moved the rack, I almost should move the sticker over here. Then we also need a picture pour bookmark, stationery brown sticky note, which matches the office bundle. And Little Ducky's art print. Yeah, I stacked the boxes here, so they're kind of blocking my way, but it's a habit putting them there. Oop, I scanned Magical Girl. There we go. This one's taped a bit awkwardly because the bookmark is really long. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I ran an Ethernet cable out here. There is a hole in the wall down there where I ran a prior Ethernet cable, because I've got one that goes along this back wall and then across the door, and then it runs over here, along under the windows to that computer. And I want one running to the printer because wired printing always works better than wireless. At least from my experience with past printers, sometimes the job stalls or slows down. Ethernet's just best. If something can be hardwired, I'm gonna do it. So in the furnace room, the hole in the wall is over there in that little nook. And so it's running up to where the old wire was. I did feed it through some of these hooks, not all of them. It goes over there. So there's some kind of hub slash switch here that came with the house. And then I put this one here yesterday because there was not enough spots on here to plug the new Ethernet cable in. All the slots were in use. So I daisy chained it. I got a switch plugged into here, which plugs into the router. And we already had this. It's just been sitting around and finally have a use for it. Woohoo! And I don't know what this is. I need to Google this. That's a lot of Ethernet ports. And like, what is this? Are these coax? No. Well, it kind of looks like it. Home Director Starter Connection Module. Okay, I was Googling that thing and it is Ethernet and coax, but I don't understand how it works. Like the logistics, like it's some kind of hub for Ethernet and coax, but like why though? What's the purpose? And how does it work? Like I need to know the nitty-gritty. Could I have plugged all my Ethernet stuff into there instead of the switch? Well, I'd also have to probably plug the router into that hub, I'm assuming, because right now it's not connected to that. But there's an Ethernet port on every floor of the house, just one, and they all work. So what does that have to do with the hub? Like, what's the benefit to using that thing as opposed to just what we got going on right now? A different Lisa is getting both bundles, the big and the small. And then sketchbook. I'm gonna have to take a break from packing to fold a bunch of these because we're gonna burn through this box size. It's what fits the bundle. Maria's getting 4 office bundles! Plus this. This is not gonna fit in my biggest box. Frankenbox. And overweight for the scale. Backup scale acquired. It's 7.3 kilos. Okay, it's 3 o'clock. I'm caught up on orders. There was no leaving and coming back to pack more because they just kept coming in. So here's everything. Safe to say, sold a lot of bundles. So thank you guys so much. Let me show you what's left. So the cart was full. We have those at the bottom there for the big bundle. And then the desk mats to go with. And then these are the small ones. There we go. So the big office bundle was more popular than the mini, but both sold really well. And it's still early. Like the vlog was just posted today. So yeah, that's really good. Okay, here's our before shot of the dining room before I start taping. It's all gray all around. So I'm hoping with the new color, I can add a little bit of color, but also just brighten it up because it should be lighter than the gray. Supplies. So I'm gonna pull furniture away from the walls and just dust everywhere. Not just the corners, but the entire wall and along the baseboards, that kind of stuff. Get the dust and grime gone. Well, it's hopefully not grimy. I'll dust it. Okay, everything's moved to the middle. We tried just pushing the stuff around the table, but it was still too tight. So the table is out there. And now I'm gonna dust. The curtain rod I might take down. I kind of do want to put up curtains in here just for the looks. But I don't know if I should switch to a gold curtain rod. I don't know, I haven't decided, but I should take it down before I paint. Just keep my options open. My fear is that when the tape is peeled, there will be a sliver of gray left behind. Like once the tape is all said and done, I'm still gonna have to go in and hand paint, possibly. Like look here, there's a little bit of gray. And there's gray on the ceiling. Like that needs to be covered up, whether it's with the yellow color I'm using or just white. White would be better, obviously. But like the ceiling, I don't even want to tape because of that, especially because the ceiling's textured. I feel like the tape's not gonna sit very nice, and I'm gonna have to go in and fix everything anyway. Got a couple spectators. No eating the tape. Okay, I'm at the doorway above the stairs. What's this? Excuse me. It's not painted at all. Okay, tape update. I knew I wouldn't get to all of it today because of how late I started, but I did the pillars first, and I worked my way this way over the door and to this section because I will be painting this too. And then it got really high even with the ladder. I couldn't quite reach the top, so there's a bit of wood showing because I was taping that blindly from the other side, like I was at the top of the stairs doing that one, reaching through. But I'll just be careful when I paint it, I guess. I don't know. I could bust out the big ladder in the garage, but I don't know. And then I came into the actual dining room, taped all along here. I have not gotten to the windows yet, and I'm not taping any of the outlets because I'm going to take them off. Got around here, got around this ledge, around, and I stopped up there. I'm like halfway across the door. So that's the progress. And I think I am gonna go to like the end of this area. I'm not gonna go in to the mudroom area because I might paint that a different color, but just to like the exterior of the bathroom and this chunk. And then I do want to wrap around into the kitchen. I'm gonna have to pull out the fridge though, because I want the paint like all on this side of the pillar, all up here, this, and then all the way over to that corner. And I might stop there because I just don't know if I can really reach behind the cabinets well. And you don't see that much, although ideally this wall would be painted. And if I'm gonna do that, I should paint behind the cabinets. So yeah, the day I paint behind the fridge will be the day I tape it off. I'll kind of do it all at once so I can pull the fridge out, put it back. Oh, and what about in here though? Kind of would like this painted too, but like, is it all gonna be that same color? I don't know. I definitely can't get to all of this weekend. That's too much. So I don't know where I'll stop. It'll just depend on how long it's all taking me, I guess. Because I want at least the first coat done by end of day Tuesday. And I like to think that's doable, but I'm already behind schedule, so who knows? It's now Saturday. It's past 5 p.m. now. I wasn't planning on vlogging today, but I did go out and get some supplies, so I want to show you those. And earlier today I was finishing off all the taping and ended up retaping the 2 pillars because those are what I did first. And that was before I started leaving just a sliver of white showing to make sure there's not too much gray that I have to go back and touch up. So yeah, the taping is done other than the area where the kitchen blends into like our coffee station because I don't know exactly where I'm gonna cut off this paint color. I haven't fully decided. So other than that, the taping is ready to go. Other than maybe taping down the drop sheet. But I ended up going out to get the paint today because I wanted to get some spackle because there are some areas on the wall that are gouged out a little. So I want to use this today so that I can paint tomorrow. Ooh, so it starts pink, dries white, and you sand it down, and you're good to paint over it. So got some of that. That was why I went out today. And I picked up some other stuff as well. I got the paint, which by the way, the paint color is this. It's yellow, but it's a very pale yellow, kind of beige. It's called Candlewick. I picked this out months ago, and then I was looking at it again over the last couple days, being like, just double checking that this is what I want, because I still have a bunch of my other little paint chips too, so just, you know, making sure it's what I want. And it is. So that's what I got. I got 4 gallons. I had a feeling I would need 4 gallons, and then I was like, well, let me measure the walls. So I did measure the walls. It was kind of rough because, you know, everything's sort of awkward and there's cutouts and windows and doorways and stuff. But based on my calculations, we have about 1,535 square feet to cover. That's assuming 2 coats. It's actually like 700 and some square feet. But I do want to do 2 coats. So considering each gallon of paint can do up to 400 square feet, I would need 4 gallons. And I might even run out. I might even need to go get a 5th. But because the calculations were a little rough, I thought let's just start with 4. And then if I need more, I'll go get it. And the people at the store, I think they thought about too much paint. Like the guy working the paint station was like, that's a lot of paint. And then the lady at checkout was like, that's a lot of paint. You must be painting a really big room. And I was like, yeah, blah, blah. Yeah. And then what made it extra funny is that these are the paint rollers I was buying. I was buying 4 gallons of paint and then these tiny rollers. But it's because I already have the big rollers. So hopefully they don't think I'm crazy. Then I also got a brush that is narrower than my other brushes. Okay, this is like less than half the width of my existing brushes. They're so thick, and so it's hard to cut into the edge. And you know, I'm not painting this or not taping the ceiling, so I need some precision near the ceiling. So that's what this is for. Then I also got these masks, which is not for this painting project. It's just something I've been meaning to have on hand because anytime I go to sand something, I'm like, I'm breathing in the sand particles. So this is a set of 2 masks that I can use when I'm sanding. So right now I'm going to do my spackling, and that's probably all I'm going to do for today. I'm so tempted to crack open the paint and just do like a small part of the wall, like maybe the section by the stairs, but I might as well just open it on a day that I'm doing a bunch of painting. So I'll hold off till tomorrow, even though I'm really excited. We'll start with this. Here's one of the gouges in question. It's a pretty big one. We have some of these pillars that are actually from Kiki. She would jump at the wall and dig her claws into it when we first moved in here. She would do that all the time at the old house too. She doesn't do it anymore. Not that I've seen. So yeah, lots of scratches I want to fill in. This one has a bit of that as well. And then there's this one. I don't know what caused that, a chair or something. It's pretty deep, so I'll fill those in here and here. This one's also got a pretty big scratch above it. And some scuffs. What happened to this wall? Crafty girlies, rise up. And it's now Sunday. I've got my ducky shirt on. Not the same one you saw me wearing earlier in the vlog. This one's a painting shirt. It's got some orange on it from that big butterfly painting I did for the living room. Starting a little later than planned, but I was putting together travel plans to visit my sister. So yesterday I did end up laying down some tarps, but not everywhere. They are very slippery. So I have a piece that's just not taped down that I can move from spot to spot. Like if I'm doing this upper area, I can lay it here. I don't know. My back was starting to hurt from all the bending over, and like I said, it's a little slippery. So this is the area I've done. Around here. Yeah. And I was sanding the spackle this morning, but a couple of the holes were really deep, so I added more spackle, and I also found more areas that I could spackle. So now there's tons of spots all over. Some of them are just slight dents in the wall, but I was like, while I'm here, might as well fill them in. Found a lot by the kitchen. Oh, and there's a piece of tarp over here, but it looks like overnight it suffered a wild beast attack of some kind. It's full of holes and scratch marks. That was intact when I last left it. Okay, fixed, but I just know these little pieces of tape are gonna curl up at the edges and stick to my feet. Now, I don't know if I needed to buy these because I realized I had 2 purple rollers left from my last paint job. These ones here, so probably didn't need to buy those. And probably didn't need to buy 2 packs either. I guess just in case. Like I didn't know how many separate days I would be painting, so I wanted at least 1 roller per day. Anyway, we're gonna start with this guy. Oh wait, I have one more thing to do before I start. I was in the midst of a task. I was up on the ladder here, hammering in the drywall anchors because I did get a new curtain rod and it's not gonna fit those existing holes. So I am going to spackle those holes, but first I'm pushing the anchors into the wall. And I paused that task to get the rubber mallet because it was hard just pushing in with the screwdriver. That was way easy. These are deep holes, so this might need a second application. I really wish I would have thought to do this yesterday because this is right near the trim where I'm painting first. The new curtains will cover those holes, but I might as well fill them in while I'm here painting. Maybe not too much in there at once in case I knock this container over. Starting with a brush, so this is the container we're going with. I'm not going with a primer for this. I decided against it because that would just be so much work because I'm doing 2 coats of color. But I just hope that this can cover this gray quite well because this color is a lot lighter than the gray, which is the point. I'm trying to, well, add some color and warmth, but also just brighten that area over there because there's not much natural light in the dining room. One piece of tape has already peeled up from this tarp and ended up on my pants. I'm finding more stuff I want to fill. I'm trying to ignore any small stuff like this I come across, although if I'm filling that, I will fill this. This is pretty big. Yeah, with how much the gray is showing through already, I'm kind of regretting not doing primer. But either way, if I do like 3 coats of paint or primer plus 2 coats, it's 3 coats regardless. I guess I'll wait and see how it truly looks after the 2nd coat. Plus I'm just using the brush right now, not the roller. Maybe it'll look better once we get rolling. I just remembered I need to put up my hair. I did a bit up against the ceiling and it's so easy with that skinny brush because this is my old brushes. Look at how wide that is. I'm not gonna be able to cut in against the ceiling with that. Now one's wet, one's dry. The dry one would look skinnier if it was wet, but look at the difference. And I have a lot of paint on me, although this is all for me wiping my hands on myself, or if I do pick a goopy off the wall, I just... And I'm almost done the trim portion. I don't know how far I'm going out with this yet because I haven't fully taped off the kitchen. I don't know. But like if I'm painting the pillar, I want to do all sides of the pillar. But if I'm painting the pillar, I want to paint all of this. So, I don't know. Oh, and I fast-tracked a couple areas. Anywhere where there's electrical that I can't fully remove, I did all my coats. Like I did 3 coats here already, and that's probably dry enough that I can screw that plate back on because I'm just not comfortable with the wires dangling out. And then same thing over here with the central vac. But yeah, I'll get that done so I can screw that plate back on. So I'm gonna finish up the edges in here, and then I think I will tape off more of this. Because the question is just where does it end? Like the wall continues into here, so I feel like I should paint all the way into here, but I don't want to do all of that yet. And I don't even know if I want to do it the same color, so maybe I can have the yellow end here for now, right in this corner. Same on this side, end at this corner, and then in the future I can decide what I'm doing with this room. But it doesn't look like I'm gonna get to using the actual roller today. I was hoping to at least use the small one on the smaller areas, but I'm running out of time. If I had started in the morning, I think I could have gotten it done, but I just started too late in the day. And Christian said he can help me tomorrow. He will have some embroidery stuff to do, some apparel to make, and I will have a lot of orders to pack. But once we're done that, we can work on it together because he's been sick, so I didn't want to make him help me paint. I also took a break today to make some soup, like a chicken noodle, but I didn't have carrot or celery, so I used bacon and corn. It's quite good, and we have lots of leftovers. And painted. All the edges are officially done. Oh, and I have more paint in my hair because the claw clip was digging in after a while. Okay, it's now Monday morning. I was looking in here and realized I missed a spot. The corners of this cutout, I missed the upper corners. I only did the lower ones because I need to paint anywhere the paint roller can't get. But before I get back to painting, I need to pack orders because it's Monday, it's mail pickup day, and I have 59 open orders. So thank you guys so much. This is huge. Like on a typical Monday, I might have 5 to 15 orders to pack. This is a lot, and it's because of those bundles. So I did pack up a lot of them on Thursday, but this is everything that has come in since then, and it's more than I thought. So that's enough orders to keep me busy for pretty much the entire day, order packing. But I also need to paint. So, you know, I can get Christian's help, but he needs to start by embroidering stuff. So maybe while he's embroidering and heat pressing, I'll pack orders, and then when he's done, he can switch to packing orders and I'll go paint. I could just have him do the painting and I stick to orders, but I'm finally at like the fun part of the painting with the rollering, where it's gonna be so satisfying, where we're finally gonna make big progress. And I'm just like, I've been looking forward to this moment. Okay, I've been putting in so much work to get to this moment of the painting. I want to do it, at least for this first coat. So I won't have his help painting today, but he'll be helping me out in a huge way by doing the orders. I also just realized I need to build out the 15 bundles that I added to the store. Because I added the inventory, but I haven't assembled the bundles yet. I did not sleep very well last night. Christian's coughing kept waking me up. But you know what? That's just payback, I guess, because I was coughing for over a month straight. I should have just gotten up and gotten earplugs, because we have some. We have a container of earplugs. I should have just used those. The shirt I'm wearing today is once again a painting shirt, because I had both of these embroidery shirts in a size large, and then I wanted to size down to a medium, but I kept the larges as painting shirts. But this one doesn't have any paint on it yet, so it's kind of sad. I'm scared. I'm like sad to get it dirty, but I have another one. Like, it's meant to be the painting shirt. And then these are my painting pants. These are the ones where I sat in my palette when I was doing the big painting. Technically I have 3 pairs of painting pants now. 2 pairs of what I was wearing yesterday, and this. But these ones don't have holes in the thighs and crotch. Woohoo! I just can't believe I went from thinking I had so much time to paint to now scrambling for time. And I haven't edited any of this vlog yet. I should have been in the mornings, but I was focusing on the other stuff. And now I'm behind. I probably shouldn't film too much, I guess. I've been burning through this honeycomb roll. I've been pre-tearing pieces off. I use this when there's a lot of void to fill, where I don't want to just put 10 pounds of crinkle paper in a box. I'll still put some crinkle paper in, but also this. And so with this bundle, we have this big thing here that sits a little bit on top of this, mostly beside it. There's a whole bunch of empty space beside this thing. And that is why I've been going through so much of this. So I'm pre-tearing a bunch of sheets, because you also have to split the honeycomb parts, because it's just flat like this. You have to spread it out. So I'm pre-tearing a bunch of sheets of this. And I went through a lot of it on Thursday too when I was packing those orders. So this thing's really getting used up. So it looks like that. And then I put this on top. Ta-da! I folded this many boxes, then I used them all, and now I just folded them again. But this is the last of my 3-inch. So I'm gonna have to order more, because we're gonna burn through them all with these bundles. Okay, it's just about 3 o'clock. I'm through all the orders. I did end up packing all of them myself, because yesterday when Christian checked how much apparel there was to make, there were only 5 things, but so much more came in since then. So he was working on that most of the time, and by the time he was done, I only had like 20 orders left. So I was like, I'm just gonna keep going. Plus he's not that familiar with actually boxing and making shipping labels for things. He has done it, but it's been like 2 years, and he only did it for a short amount of time when I was out of town. And so I was like, it's not worth it to retrain him for these 20 orders. Like, I'm just busting them out. So all 59 are done and they're going out today. And I just need to get off my feet for a minute. Maybe get a little snack because I had an early lunch. And so I'm hungry now. I mean, I technically could have my supper now because we're having leftover soup. But maybe I'll just have a snack for now. Soup later. So yeah, I could have had Christian doing the painting instead, like once he was done his work stuff. But like, I want to do that first coat of paint. He can paint tomorrow while I'm editing the vlog or something. Going with the ponytail today instead of the clip. Hopefully it's enough. It still dangles forward. Might still get paint on it. My tray cover doesn't really fit my tray, but it's okay. So this one I can unscrew the handle to just use as a short one. And then I got my mini roller. Where'd it go? This one, which looks like it can also screw onto the handle if needed. Because for short pieces like this, well, I probably could just use my full size one, but maybe I'll use the mini for some things. It's one of Christian's birthday presents.
Nanny?
Huh? Get out of here. Yeah, I gotta get back into the swing of things with this roller. Gotta get my technique down. Maybe I don't want the big rod in this spot. I'll need it for up high. Oh, hi, Kiki. She's like, what's going on? Is it stinky? Okay, coverage is looking pretty good compared to the brush, which I figured it would be better than the brush. But maybe we'll just need 2 coats after all. Although maybe 3 along the edges, which is the most time-consuming part. Crummy. Wipe it on the pants.
That was thunder.
First thunderstorm of the year. If I could stop leaning against the wall, that would be great. But look, that section is done, and it just really highlights how icky the gray is. Like seeing these next to each other, I'm like, ah, paint that staircase, stat. But I can't, it's way too high. I would need it professionally done. I used the mini roller right here, and it's not getting as good of coverage. It is a 5mm pile. I realized my big ones are a 10mm, so maybe that's why it's not getting the same coverage. So maybe not worth it to use the small one too much, although it does get up to the edges very nicely. Might be worth it to hit up the edges with the mini as I go, and then I can hopefully get away with just one more layer with the brush. Okay, first coat done. Do. Wow, it's so bright in here. The yellow feels slightly greenish right now to me in person, but that's just because you can still see some of the gray through. The areas where I have the extra coats, it looks much warmer. So it'll look even better after the next coat. Oh no, I'm not done. Wah, wah. Also, I'm aware these corners are not painted. I didn't want to dirty the brush just to hit up those corners, and I will be using the brush again tomorrow, so I can hit up that early and then give it its second coat. And then it's third. Because yeah, anywhere I use the brush is gonna need 3 coats. But the main wall, I'm hoping we can get away with 2. And I haven't quite used 2 cans of paint yet, so hopefully it's enough to finish this all off. Like, I've used less than half of it, and I'm half done the work, although I have not painted behind the fridge yet. That will also all be done tomorrow. And I'll probably get Christian to bring out the big ladder tomorrow and get him to reach back there so we can get all the way to the corner on that wall. I don't know if the light yellow feels silly in here just because the cupboards and stuff are so dark. But I mean, if the coffee area ends up being the same color, that would help tie it in a bit more, I guess. Because I don't know if I want that to be a different color or not in there. But now that I see this light yellow out here, I'm like, maybe that should be the same. Otherwise, this bit feels out of place. Okay, it's now Wednesday. Should I still be filming? No, but I am. I'll just film a little bit today. So yesterday I did get a few clips of behind the fridge, but other than that I didn't film much. But Christian and I both painted together along the edges and did 2 more coats just on the edges. So it's ready for its hopefully last layer with the paint roller. I also went out and bought 1 more gallon of paint yesterday. I don't know for sure if it's going to be necessary, but like after the first coat, I'd used less than half the paint. But we did do an extra layer along the edges, and I just felt like we didn't have enough left. It would have been very borderline, and I don't want to cut it that close, and I do want some leftover paint for touch-ups and stuff. So I did go out and get 1 more gallon, and I did that yesterday instead of waiting to see if we had enough paint because I don't have my car today. I woke up early this morning and dropped it off at the dealership because there was a recall on it, and I've been putting off this appointment for the recall for so long, and they called me last week to set up an appointment, and I was like, okay. Because I kept putting off me calling them, so it's good that they called me, I suppose. So I dropped it off at 7:30 this morning at the dealership, and it's 11:30 right now, and they texted me saying it's ready. They said it was going to take all day, but they're like, it's ready now. But like, if you want an oil change because you're due for one. And I was like, yes, please do that. I didn't try to sneak in the oil change at this appointment because they said it would take all day. But they offered the oil change now. So yes, let's do that. That saves me an appointment. So they'll need the car for a little bit longer. But I had a nice early start to my day because of that. And I've edited the entire vlog up until what you're watching now, which is unheard of for me. Because I have an hour of footage already. Like, that should have taken me hours and hours and hours to edit. I mean, it's still been hours, but not as many as usual. Although I kind of cheaped out and didn't add music to everything. There's also something where, like, if I'm speeding up a clip, it'll be chipmunked unless I click an option that says maintain audio pitch. And I usually do the maintain to keep the pitch normal, but it takes time when you do that because you have to wait for the clip to render before you can continue playback. And so I left a lot of clips chipmunked during the organization phase, and I actually do like the way those sound. But the order packing ones and the painting ones, we got to maintain audio pitch, otherwise it sounds grating. But so yeah, I took a few shortcuts while editing, but it paid off because I just don't have that much time, okay? And I'm already behind schedule in terms of editing. Like, this should have been edited fully by yesterday. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be painting really today. I might do a few touch-up things, but I think I'll just have Christian do that roller layer. And then I'll just take a look, see if there's anything I want to touch up. And I'll have to remove the tape. And I'm going to use a knife to do that because there are so many coats of paint. I can't really remove the tape while the paint's wet because it's dry. It's dry already. So I'm going to go with my little X-Acto blade to remove the tape just to make sure nothing peels up. And then I'm probably going to need some touch-ups. If there's any gray paint showing near the tape, I'll have to cover that up. Or if any paint got on the baseboards, which I think it will. That tape is not very high tack, and when I peeled off the tape behind the fridge, it was a mess. So I'm worried that it's gonna be a mess everywhere else. There are also a couple spots where there's paint on the ceiling. One is in that corner of the kitchen above the cupboards, just because it's like impossible to reach back there. Christian ended up using the mini roller and it did get all over the roof. So I'm gonna try to touch that up just with my acrylic paint, I guess. I don't have any other white paint. And then there's one area right above the doorway leading to the basement where Christian was doing up against the ceiling. And then I was like, no, stop. I told you I'm doing that part because I got the skinny brush, but it was too late. He already got paint on the ceiling there. So I'll have to do some touch-ups. But I'm hoping to get in a clip today of the final look. I don't know if all the furniture will be back in place yet or not, but maybe, we'll see. And then I'll be editing this very last minute tonight. Right now I'm gonna get some lunch because I have not eaten anything yet today, and then my car will probably be ready soon after that. They have a shuttle that comes and gets me, and then I'll go deal with that, come back home, and hopefully by then I can peel the tape. Okay, it's time for the reveal. It's not fully done, there's still tape to peel off, but I did peel off a lot of the tape. Wow! The furniture's back in place. I did peel off all the tape in this inner area. There will be a lot of touch-ups required on the baseboards, let me tell you. So much of the paint leached underneath it. And in a couple spots, the tape ripped off paint from the baseboard. What's up with that? But look how good it looks. Now this room is not done. I did get a new curtain rod. It's here, and curtains are on the way. And a lot of the decor is kind of temporarily set out here. I mean, some of this will stay the same. Some will change. I might hang some things on the walls eventually, you know, work in progress. The curtains at least will help it feel more finished. I don't like how dark the table is compared to everything. I wish I had a lighter wood, but what can you do? Plus, I feel like this area is just begging for a circular table. But this is a nice solid wood furniture set. It'd be a shame to get rid of it. So I'm kind of compromising by putting the tablecloth on there. Yeah, so not everything matches in terms of shades of wood, but you know. I'm loving the chandelier with the new wall color. And it's just so darn bright. Like it's nighttime right now. And it feels so bright in here compared to usual. And then it goes so well with the zebra. Oh. See, this is the color the walls used to be before the owners repainted it. It was a much lighter gray, almost beige gray, you know, grayish-ish. Then they repainted it dark, and it just makes me so sad because I probably would have stuck with this for a long time if that's what they left us with. And just imagine that in the living room instead of what we have. Ugh. But we covered up a bunch of that gray. And I'll continue to add some decor and make this area cute because I'm kind of going for like warm, cozy, kind of cottage, slightly granny. I don't know how to describe it because I'm working with what I have for some things. Well, the plant's looking a little limp because it was in the bathroom, locked away in there in the dark for a few days. So it'll perk up once it gets some sunshine. It does quite well in that corner. It seems to like it. Print and delivery, we'll open that in the next vlog. Still got some paint specks on the floor. I'll be picking those up for the next while, especially because I'll be peeling off more tape and that'll make more mess. Oh, hey, where's the cover for that one? Oh wait, it's on the bathroom floor. Right, I tried to keep the covers near where they came from. I forgot one. And then I have all our mess here. That's where this chair goes and that plant. So there's more cleanup to do. Oh, and this is what I did with my paint, the leftover paint. We did dig into the 5th can. I'm hoping these have a good seal. Oh, and this one. I only had one mason jar with lid. That one's missing its lid. So we got saran wrap and elastics. We'll see how long that lasts. And this is a mess still. So, you know, more tidying to do and paint removal, but it's looking good. You know what? We do have a lighter colored kitchen table downstairs. My art table. Do not tempt me. I now need to go add this clip to the vlog. So I'm ending it here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. but not just reusing the same ones. So I added in some yellow blobs and I think it looks really cool. And then I wanted a Froggy Chaos notepad, so that's what this one looks like. It ended up being a border design, just slightly heavier at the bottom than it is on the other edges, but other than that, it's kind of just your standard border sticky note.